Has COVID-19 actually raised your home value? Welcome back. So the question is, has COVID-19 actually raised your home value? So first of all, it's definitely a sensitive issue because COVID-19 has, well, I don't have to get into it, but it's just been awful. But it has had an impact on the real estate market. And people are always saying, how's the market, especially given COVID? So my answer is, and this is actually not literally the answer I give, it's a little bit of a longer version, but don't worry, not too long, that all markets are really driven by supply and demand. So COVID has impacted both the supply and demand of homes for sale in 4 different ways. So the first way, which impacts the supply, are what I call optional sellers. So these are people that don't really need to sell their home. They want to at some point, maybe in the next few months, maybe the next year. There's no rush, no compelling time frame. So a lot of those people have said anywhere from, hey, you know what, I think I'm just going to wait for this COVID thing to be over, all the way to, I don't want anyone walking through my home during COVID. So because of that, the supply is down because of optional home sellers not selling. Then the next thing, also impacting the supply, are senior sellers. So a lot of seniors that have planned to move into some kind of a senior community or senior home are saying, you know what, no rush, I think I'm going to wait until all this is over. So many of those people are not selling. Then there's what I call the traffic jam. This is also impacting supply. So we have supply. So the traffic jam is, someone who has a $400,000 condo would move up to a $700,000 home. They're not moving up because that $7,000 home isn't out there for them to buy. And that's oftentimes because the person with a $700,000 home wants to buy $1 million home, and that's not out there for them to buy. And that could be because that person with a $1 million home wants to buy a $2 million home, and that's not out there to buy. So it's a bit of a traffic jam. Then the fourth impact is on mortgage rates and how they impact demand. So when I got into real estate way back in 1984, people were partying, so excited that rates had dropped all the way down to 14%. If you weren't paying attention or weren't born at that time, you might say, what, 14%? But yes, that's what rates were, and that was down from like 17, 18, 19%. So today we have rates in the 2, 3s, and 4s, and really I'm going to cover up that 4 because they're really in the 2s and 3s right now for home buyers. Those kinds of crazy low rates are making lots of people say, I want to go buy a home. So the consequence is not a lot of home sellers, lots of home buyers, prices up. So if you've been thinking about selling, it's a pretty good time. So on that note, if you'd like to find out your home value for free, give me a call or email me or text me, or perhaps you want to just ask some questions or talk taxes a bit. I'm not a tax advisor, but I do know a lot about taxes. I can give you some good general information. Perhaps you want to discuss whether you want to sell as is or fix up your home to get the most money. Either one is fine. Lots of my clients just sell as is. It's a lot easier. Others fix it up. They get a little bit more money. And perhaps you want to figure out a game plan, whether that's how to sell my home in the next 30 days, or I'm going to sell in 2 years, but I want to start doing my homework. Whatever it is, contact me. And as your advocate and your advisor, we share these mutual goals, and that is getting you the highest possible price, having that happen in your time frame, and making it as easily done as possible. So call or text me at 858-457-5368. By the way, if this helps you remember it, that's the same as 858-457-KENT, like my name. Or you can email me at gary@garykent.com. And I just want to say thank you for listening. Have a good week, and we'll talk soon.